Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hello, welcome, please subscribe. If you're not new, then you know that I have said before that I've tried to read Magnolia Parks a good, honestly, like 5 times. I just checked my Libby app and it says that I picked up the audiobook. Mind you, this is just the audiobook, not even a physical copy. I picked up the audiobook 6 times and I only listened so far for 36 minutes. I had to return the book because I didn't finish it. Like, you know, you only get a certain amount of, I think it's 2, do you get it for 1 week or 2 weeks? I don't know, but I didn't listen to it within that time frame, so I had to send it back. And then I placed another hold and then I got it and still didn't listen to it, sent it back. And so now I'm on the wait list again for the audiobook. But yeah, I'm only this far into the book and I don't know. I wanted to do this like reading vlog because so many people love Magnolia Parks and people talk about how it's so good and it's similar to Gossip Girl, and I love Gossip Girl, but I mean, granted, I'm not very far into the book at all, but so far I'm just not a fan, and I don't know what it is, but every time I pick this book up, I'm just yawning and I'm so bored, and I'm like, okay, like I don't see how we're gonna get there, guys. Like if it's gonna stay on this trajectory, this book isn't for me. And I think the main thing is that it's just, I don't know, the characters are kind of irritating to me because it's just very much like, oh, we love each other, like I like him but we just can't be together, like I like him, he likes me, this and that, but we just can't, I just can't do it. And I'm like, I don't know, it's just irritating me. Also, the run-on sentences in this book are insane. Like every single sentence is just a run-on. I'm like, that could have been like 3 sentences. Like, what are we doing here? Like, let me read y'all one, for example. This is all one sentence. It was easier for me to default back to the idea that it accidentally happened, that he slipped over accidentally into having sex, that there was no thought about it, that it happened the way you fall, a trip and then you're falling without your permission. It's not conscious and then you hit the ground. It happens because people are careless and callous and casual with their hearts and emotions, and those people are dangerous to be involved with. So even if you love them, you shouldn't love them, because nothing is worth feeling how he made me feel, and there was no guaranteeing that what happened before wouldn't happen again, because the words of a cheater, she said, is void. Like those are just some run-on sentences. Like it's kind of crazy, which I can look past because I don't care too much about the format and like how an author writes. I mean, it can make a book better, but if the writing style isn't great, I'm not gonna judge you too hard on that, because honestly, if I wrote a book, it would be similar, because English was my worst subject. Actually, I can't say I won't judge you too hard, because Frida McFadden's books are very elementary to me and I don't like them for that reason. But that's thriller books, you know, like I feel like romance books are a little different. So yeah, I can look past that, but it's just so like eye roll, like just be together. Like, just why? I don't get why y'all are doing this. Y'all both like each other so much. Like, just hello, try again. I don't know, or just move on. I can't relate, I suppose. But again, people say it's like Gossip Girl, so I'm gonna keep on trying. Y'all, look at all the dust that just flies off my books. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying, and I will update you guys when I read some more. I am in my son's car ride to pickup line, and I have about 20 minutes before he's gonna get out of school, so see how far along I can get in 20 minutes. I'm on page 56 right now. All right, so I was on page 56. Now I'm on page 68. I actually got a little further than I thought I did. So yeah, what is that, 12 pages that I read in like 20 minutes? That's actually not bad, because I was scrolling on my phone a little bit, I can't lie. But right now I'm sitting outside with 2 of my kids. They're doing chalk. Well, I guess they're about to go inside. I don't know. Y'all leaving me? I'm really fighting the urge to DNF again. Magnolia Parks, I'm not gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna give myself, like, I'm gonna force myself to make it to at least like 115, 120 pages before I decide if I want to DNF or not. I've never fully DNF'd a book. Actually, yes, I have. I take that back. I DNF'd Lights Out. It was just too much for me. The heck was that? I've never read a dark romance before, and also I don't like too much smut. Like, I just can't. Then also I was listening to it on audiobook, so like just hearing people say this, I was just like, this is making me cringe so bad, so I had to turn it off. I was like, I can't do it. But I don't know, people say it's really good, so who knows, maybe I'll come back to it at some point, but for now I just can't do all that smut. That's probably the only book I've DNF'd, at least that I could think of right now. But I feel like my problem is I just don't like starting new books. I feel like it's so boring to start a new book, learn the characters, get into the story. You know, it has to build up, and that is just so boring to me. Because Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell, I believe, by Lisa Jewell, I did a soft DNF of like early last year, and I was like, that book is so boring, I don't want to read it, blah blah blah. And so because I'm doing this TBR takedown challenge, I forced myself to read it, because I did a TBR pool and I had to read Then She Was Gone, and I was like, oh no, like this is awful, like this book was so boring, I'm not gonna like it, blah blah blah. Tell me why after I got past like 120 pages I was eating that book up. Like, I like that book so much. Like, that book is very predictable, but it doesn't ruin the story. Like, it was still so enjoyable. Like, I don't know, the drama, like, I was just eating it up. I was so interested in how it was all gonna play out and end. It wasn't fully a 5-star. I did give it a 4-star, like 4.5. I would say 4.25 to 4.5 star for that book. But anyway, I'm gonna get back into Magnolia Parks. I wish I had the other cover, like the one with the tree and everything on it. I used to hate that cover when I first saw it. I was like, ew, like it looks so like, oh, like it doesn't give the vibes of Magnolia Parks to me, even though I've never read the book, so how can I say that? But this just gave like Gossip Girl Magnolia Parks vibes to me, and the other one didn't. But now every time I see somebody have that cover, I'm like, that one is so cute though. Like this one's just so like boring and bland.
Baba,
What? Oh, good singing. What is happening? Tootie, what are you doing? You're gonna get holes in your pants. You gotta get up. So I just did my TBR jar pull, and I pulled the 7 husbands of Evelyn and Hugo, which I was like, really, like the TBR jar keeps doing this to me. So first they made me pull a book that I DNF'd because it was too boring. I ended up liking it. And then they make me pull another book that I DNF'd because it was too boring. Hopefully I end up liking it, because I don't want to waste my time. I have to get to at least 120 pages before I can DNF, if I feel the need to DNF. So let's see, I guess that's the whole point of the TBR jar, is to get me to read the books on my TBR that I haven't read, that I've been putting off. It's funny because the 3 books, okay, so the last book I read, Then She Was Gone, I DNF'd because it was too boring, and then I ended up liking it. The book that I'm currently reading, which is Magnolia Parks, I DNF'd because it was too boring, and I'm still trying to force myself to read it. Haven't poured in the TBR jar yet, so I don't really have to read it right now. And then this book, I DNF'd because it was too boring after one try. But one try isn't really that long, so I think I only got to like 10 pages in or something, so we're gonna see. People say it's really good, so I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so currently driving. Y'all know I'm always driving. Anyway, I'm almost at the end of Ruthless Vows, and I can't say what happened because I don't want it to be a spoiler for anyone who hasn't read it yet, and I'm trying not to cry. But it's at the very end. If you've read the book, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm so sad for Iris. I gotta fight these tears. That is, oh, that is awful. Oh my gosh. It is. Yes, I look a mess. Oh, it is raining so bad. I really shouldn't be recording while driving right now, but I'm being extra safe, guys. Okay, I'm not even looking at my phone right now. I look a mess right now. Yes, I'm driving. It's raining so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think it's flooding. Anyway, glad we got all that out the way. I just wanted to record really fast because I just finished I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. And I did it on audiobook because I'm driving. And I just have so many questions. Like, if you've read the book, then I'm sure you can relate, because I don't know, it's hard for me to even give it a rating, because on one hand I understand that, like, okay, so basically the book is about 40 women who are held prison underground and by, I guess, men, these guards, and they don't know why, they don't know where they come from, they don't know much about their background, especially the narrator who's telling the story, because she was the youngest in there. We never get a clear answer as to how old she was because she doesn't even know. She doesn't even know her name. So from her point of view, that's just all she knows. She just knows being underground. So we're kind of following her as like, I don't know if this is a spoiler. If it's a spoiler, I'll edit it out. But we're kind of following her after they get out and she's learning about herself. She's learning about humanity. She's learning about womanhood, about friendship, about love, about the world, just everything. She's literally learning everything new. Like, on one hand, I get that the whole book is about, you know, the growth, the strength of a human who doesn't come from anything, if you know what I'm saying. Like, y'all, the flooding is so bad. I'm like driving through a river. Anyway, because she came from like underground, she only knew underground. She doesn't have a sense of life outside of the bunker. And so I feel like it's really showing like a human stripped down to like, if they don't have any sort of I won't say if they don't have morals, but if they don't have any like cultural upbringing, if they don't have any just norms that they follow, that like earthly norms, we're just learning about like her strength, her curiosity, her learning about what it is to be human, a woman, a friend, just things like that. But on the other hand, it's like, y'all didn't answer my questions. Like, why were they down there in the first place, right? Are we gonna get that answer? No. Who put them down there? Why were they, like, what was the whole situation that allowed them to escape? They never explained what was going on with that. Again, I can't say too much because I don't want it to be like a spoiler. But yeah, there was just so many unanswered questions. But I get that the book isn't about that. Like, I guess they didn't answer that because that's not what the book is about. But also, me being a curious human myself, I need to know the answer. I'm just so confused. Like, I don't know. I feel like I like the book. I really like fiction books. They're just so, like, I don't know. I really like fiction books. But this one has me struggling because while I liked it, I thought it was great writing. It was very entertaining, captivating, had my full attention. Like, I wish it was longer and I wish it had more answers. So it's hard for me to give it a 5-star because of that. Because I'm like, I just wish I got more from it. But at the same time, I'm like, but do I? Because that's not the point of the book. I feel like it's leaving that open-ended, you know, like that gray area of like, who knows how they got there? Who knows why everything happened the way it did? But it did, and here's how she became who she became, right? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I'm gonna get off the phone because I'm actually scared out here. If you guys have read the book, as I always say, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to chat about this book because this is probably the most like not even thought-provoking, but like just intriguing book I've read. Like, I'm just so like, wow. Like, just, I don't know. Like, I can only imagine like growing up in a bunker and not knowing anything else, and then coming out and being like, that's a man. I don't know what men like look like or sound like or what their body parts do. And like, I've never had a lover. I've never had to learn and go to school and go to work. Like, that's just crazy. Anyway, yeah, y'all let me know your thoughts. Today just feels like one of those just off days, you know, like just mentally just not there. So I don't feel the best. I don't look the best, but I'm going to try to cheer myself up because I am at Barnes right now and y'all can't see that. Hello? Oh, there it is. I'm at Barnes right now. So I am going to use up these gift cards that I have. Hopefully that cheers me up. It should cheer me up because, hello, I'm getting a book basically for free because it's a gift card. So I don't even have to spend money, but I still get something I want. Yeah, I think I'll feel better. All right, let's just act like I'm not in the car right now. I'm actually getting tired of myself recording in the car like every single clip. But as y'all know, I'm basically just in the car for 75% of the day. Anyway, so update. I did pick this book up one time before. I think it was only once. Before I pulled it in the TBR jar. And I think I only read like it's not an epilogue. What is it? It's just like a little article thing. Anyway, I read a little piece of the beginning of the book, and I remember being like, I don't really want to read this right now, and I put it down. The book has never really been boring. Like, for some reason I just thought that I put it down because it was boring, and then after reading it now, I'm like, this book is not boring. So I don't know if I was just remembering wrong, or I don't know. I'm a mood reader, real heavy though, so if I pick up a book and it's just not the vibe that I want right now, it's gonna get put down probably for some months. Anyway, I'm actually really liking the book. It's not like, it's got like some drama and tea, but it's not like crazy drama and tea. It's just really interesting to like hear about the life of a movie star. I'm only on page 126, which is right on chapter 20. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. I have no clue where this is supposed to be going. Hey guys, I don't think I ever did my Barnes haul from the other day, but I'm going to show you guys what I got from Barnes. Also, I want to say real quick, because I said this on TikTok and people were absolutely like, oh, you okay? I told my TikTok this and they were absolutely shook, and everyone was like signing up like crazy. So I wanted to share it with you guys in case y'all don't know about it. When I went to go check out at Barnes, I was scanning a whole bunch of gift cards, and the cashier lady was like, how do you have so many gift cards? Like, why do you have all these? And I know this sounds like an ad, I promise you it's not sponsored, but I was like, well, I use this app called Fetch, which I basically scan all the receipts I get, and it'll give you points, and then you can use those points to get gift cards for Amazon, Barnes, Starbucks, Walmart, PlayStation, like literally all different types of things. So yeah, I had like a whole bunch of gift cards from that I was just scanning because I didn't know which ones had money. And anyway, yeah, if you want to sign up and use my code or use the link in the bio, you can get 2,000 free points. I'll get 2,000 free points too, just full transparency. But yeah, if you want to do that, I think every 1,000 points equals to like $1. So once you get 5,000 points, that's a $5 gift card, and you get, well, it kind of depends on the place you get, but for Barnes at least it's that way. My hair's turning red. Anyway, so into the haul. So the first book I got was The Naturals. Even though I was using gift cards, I think I only had like $28 on the gift cards. Even though I think I had like $28 on the gift cards, I wasn't really sure because I had used some of them, and I have like 5 or 6 different ones, and I couldn't remember how much I had left over altogether. So I was trying to stay in the budget of $28 or less. So the first book I got was The Naturals, and I've been hearing a lot about this book, and it just sounds so good to me. I think it's a fantasy, YA fantasy with like a mystery twist added to it. I don't know if it's thriller, but it has like a mystery aspect. So basically it's a group of teens who all have these like supernatural powers, I assume. They are a part of a team with the FBI, I believe, to help solve unsolved cases. I think that's how it goes. Then I got Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I did read The Do-Over by Lynn Painter and absolutely loved it. So I'm excited to read more. I want to get into reading more authors like backlists, because sometimes I'll read a book from an author and I might love it, but then I'll never read another book from the author, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, if I like their writing and I like their book, then let's stick to the plan here, okay? I'm going to finish reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn, Hugo. I should probably finish it today. I don't know. I'm like 47% of the way in though, so will I finish it today? Maybe tomorrow. Trip today, and I got picked again to be the chaperone for the field trip, so I'm just getting ready for that. Why am I out of breath? Like, literally all I did was go upstairs and I'm out of breath. I woke up today and decided to weigh myself for the first time in like, I don't know, like 3 months, because I haven't, like, when I used to work out a lot, I would weigh myself a lot, and So I just randomly decided to weigh myself because I haven't been working out at all. Why am I like, I don't want to say the weight because, but why am I like high school weight? Like, it's one thing to drop like baby weight, pre-baby weight, but like all the way down to high school. I was like, I need to like bulk up and do some squats and stuff because I don't want to be that little. Like, y'all, it's like little. And I'm 5'7", almost 5'8". I'm 5'7.5". Okay, so I feel like, you know, weight distributes a little differently when you're taller. So usually you're supposed to weigh more. So, yeah, that number on the scale kind of scared me. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was telling Jarvis, I have never been more than 2 years without getting pregnant since having Kai. So I had Kai, and then a year and a half later I got pregnant. I had Zai, and then a year and a half later I had Shyla. And so now Shyla's almost 2, still not pregnant. Thank you. And so yeah, I feel like I'm out of that postpartum stage, or like getting out of it. So I'm actually starting to see like that weight drop for the first time, and I'm kind of scared now. I finished 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and honestly, some of the book was catching me off guard because I was like, this woman really don't care. I went into it blind. I didn't know much about it. I just thought we were going to go through her 7 husbands, which we did, but I didn't really know exactly what I was getting into. So some of it did catch me off guard, but overall it was a good book. It was a good story, and I gave it 4 stars. So I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I gotta get my lip gloss, which is in the car, and then I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna drop him off at school, come back, do my hair, and then go back and load the bus with them. So I'm gonna do another TBR draw pulling and see what book I have to read next, but that will be for the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching up until this point. If you haven't already, please subscribe so we can be book besties. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.